You're in college now. Why are we still taking attendance? Different faculty members are going to have different attendance policy. And you're in college now. Why can't we be a little more flexible with the due dates and time? Hello, everybody. This is Nick Totero, professor of information technologies and computer science, Lakeland Community College. It's a common question I hear from students. It's college. Why are you still taking attendance? I thought there was a form of flexibility. Or the other item is, again, it may be an online course, it may be a hybrid, it may be inside campus. Why are the faculty so fixated on due dates and due time? All right, let's go to my screen and let me explain my attendance policy, my attendance and zero tolerance policy that I follow in this class, so you get a better understanding of how to take this course with me. All right. One of the first things you're going to notice when you come to my course site is you don't see any course content. You basically see start here, here's the syllabus, after syllabus, help and support. Where is the course content? That's going to become obvious after we go through here, but basically in my courses, you will not see the course content until you complete this assignment. Once you complete this assignment with a 3 out of 3, then you will see the content as a whole. Now, in other videos, I talked about the syllabus. Let's talk about this assignment. So I'm going to go to after the syllabus. Well, first thing you're going to notice is this is just a dummy course. This is my little video demonstration course, but this is very similar to other courses you're going to see, but it's not going to be exactly. So let's go here. And if you're watching this video, you've already clicked on the video explanation, but actually let's go through the assignment and let's deep dive into it. Not just deep dive, but explain why I do it this way. So basically, I am required by the school and by the federal law that I have to take attendance at least one time in the semester. That is for financial aid aspects. Now, even if you're not taking any financial aid, I have to report attendance to the school for all the students. So this is not only for the students. This is for every student. Every faculty member has to do some kind of reporting of the attendance. Again, different faculty members are going to have different policies. This is just the policy for my course. Question 1 is the question that probably causes the most angst amongst my students. And I know this is not adult story hour, but let me read it to you so I can deep dive into its explanation. It says, the student is responsible for all assignment deadlines. Treat the course as your professional career occupation, the instructor as your immediate supervisor, and your classmate as your professional colleagues. You're in college now. Begin to practice professionalism. If you disagree with the instructor, that's fine, as long as you do it with respect. If you disagree with a fellow student, do it with respect. None of this should ever be personal. Therefore, there will be no compromise on the due dates. If the student is unable to turn in the assignment for any reason, he or she will receive a 0 for that assignment's grade. I can't stress this enough. If your future employer or your current employer says they need a project Friday at noon, you cannot call up Friday at 11:30 saying you don't feel well. You lost the assignment. Your cat drove through the garage. Therefore, you can't make it to work. Inexcusable. And again, what we're trying to do is we are trying to practice being professionals. Professionals get their assignments on time when they are due. I have talked to many employers, and that is one of the biggest things they will tell me is like, Nick, you got to teach the students that due dates and time are critical. An assignment can include labs, quizzes, exams, and assessments that are required for the course. Any assignment that is not submitted on time will be graded a 0. The only exception to this policy is based on the following situations. Of course, there's exceptions, right? We can't be that hard-nosed. Things happen. A couple years back, we went through a pandemic. Things happen. So let's go through the situations. Sorry for that little bit of jump. I did some editing here. All right. There is basically 4 exceptions to the rule. All right. The fourth one is probably the most important, but let's go through each one of them so you understand. Exception 1, any situation that affects all the students in the course. For example, if the school is closed for inclement weather, or if the Blackboard server is down for a prolonged period of time. If the campus is shut down because of inclement weather or a power outage or something, yes, I'm going to take that into consideration, but it is a situation that has to affect all the students. If you have a power outage in your area for a prolonged period of time, or a blizzard or something in your area and it's not affecting the school, reach out to me as soon as you can and we will talk. Again, we'll talk about that in number 4. Number 2, documented bereavement. I have links to a video called the dead grandmother syndrome. It's absolutely amazing the number of times I've had people express loss right at exam time. Yes, sadly, things do happen, but I am requesting, and this comes from talking to employers, you have to provide some reasonable documentation, an obituary or something like that. And then the bereavement time is normally 3 days. So if you talk to an employer, they're going to say, yeah, 3 days. If it is something that is really painful to deal with, let me know. I will understand it and we will walk through it. All right, documented sick leave. We just got done with a pandemic. I understand that. But on the other hand, if you are sick for more than 2 or 3 days, in any employer, you're sick for 2 or 3 days, you're going to need a medical excuse. If you wait until the last moment to do your assignment and you do get the flu, but you waited till last, that's a different situation. So let's be careful with the number of times that we are saying we're sick. Really, you should only be requesting an additional time if you're truly sick. At Lakeland and other employers, basically after 3 days, you're going to need a doctor's note, right? So that's kind of my policy too. The fourth one is probably the one that I hope you take advantage of. Yes, the fourth one is the one where, yeah, I would work with this exception every day of the week. It says, any situation in which the instructor is working with the student to address a problem that would limit the ability of the student to complete the assignment. The instructor must be working on the problem at least 24 hours before the assignment is due. Start your assignment early. If an assignment is due at the end of the week and you're working on a Monday and something goes wrong and you reach out to me on Monday, I'm going to work with you. And there's going to be a good chance I am going to extend the due date in that particular situation. But I can only do that when you let me know early. If an assignment is due, say, Saturday, and you don't start it until Saturday and you have a blackout or you have a technical issue, an hour after working on something, I can't work with that. That's very, very poor planning. So you contact me early with the situation, I'm going to address it. I cannot tell you the number of times that I've worked with students who needed an extension for whatever reason, but they contacted me early. So number 4 is one of those situations that you should be taking to heart. So I say, yep, I understand the due date policy and I agree to it. If you don't agree to these policies, you need to contact me as soon as possible. We'll start with that. The second one, question, the student is responsible to read and understand all policies and procedures in the course syllabus. Yes, you need to be reading the course syllabus. There could be additional information in the course syllabus, but probably the most important thing about the course syllabus, it's pretty much a promise between me, the faculty member, and you and the student. I've heard it's even called a contract. I cannot make radical changes to the syllabus. Even though sometimes you see that line at the bottom of many people's syllabus where it says syllabus is, potentially change on the dates and stuff like that. Yes, that's true. But I can't make radical changes that would adversely affect you. I can't, make such significant changes that you could not press forward with the course material. Could I make minor adjustments? Let's say we have a blizzard. Yes, I would adjust the due dates and that would adjust the syllabus. But the syllabus is pretty much written in somewhat stone, especially the schedule. I know I talked about that in my other videos concerning the course syllabus, but have you read the syllabus? Do you understand the syllabus and where we're going with that particular information? So yes, I've understand the course syllabus. Now, the third one might seem a little overwhelming. It says the student is responsible to read and understand all policies and procedures detailed in the Lakeland Community College catalog. Am I going to test you on the college catalog? No. Do I expect you to read every single page of the college catalog? No. But you should have the college catalog ready. You should do some, every so often, just read the college catalog to get a better understanding. There is policies in the college catalog that talk about academic honesties and recourses for academic honesties. See, if I don't point you to the college catalog, my syllabus, and many faculty members do this, I understand it, my syllabus could be literally 20, 30 pages long. So what I do is say, you know, most of the hardcore stuff is addressed inside the college catalog, you know, the catalog in force, the what do you call it? Academic honesty issues are all addressed inside the college catalog. And again, nobody's asking you, I am not asking you to memorize the college catalog and, you know, read every page. But do you understand? I want you to understand the importance of the college catalog. And the college catalog is somewhat an agreement or a contract between you and the college. And then that's it. So basically, there was 3 questions. There was the first question, talk about my policy towards late items. Then there's the policy question about the course syllabus. And then there's a question about the college catalog. You have to agree to all 3 of them. If you don't agree with any one of them, you need to contact me as soon as possible, because they all you have to agree to every single one of those before you will get the course content. If you don't agree to them, contact me, we will work something out. So I'll say, okay, let me submit this. And once I do that, you'll notice that the course changed. You know, we have the weeks, we have the content. I can go through all the particular content. Again, this is for my courses. This is generally for my courses. So let's recap a little bit here. I'm legally required to take attendance 1 time, right? And that has to deal with internal workings with the federal government, financial aid, and things like that. I have to do it for all students. That is usually done about a week. I have to have that submitted usually about a week and a half into the semester, probably the second week of the semester. The zero tolerance policy is for us to educate each other, but especially to educate yourself into how to become a professional. Are there situations in which you may have to miss a due date? Yes, but those have to be addressed early, not after. Understanding the syllabus, understanding the college catalog are all important. Once you've completed this assignment, I will then mark you as attendant. So for the federal side. Sometimes in my course, I do require attendance. Sometimes I don't require attendance. This is required. This is absolutely required. But the actual showing up to class, I want you there, but sometimes I require it. Sometimes I make it optional. It's up to you. And that is often by a class basis. But this attendance goes to the feds. The zero tolerance, that is letting you know I take grading and due dates extremely serious. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you're interested in other videos, especially the dead grandmother syndrome, they're all on my YouTube channel. But with that, let's go out and learn something.